Dr. Megan Massey, the creator and author of I Come in the Volumes of the book. So, how are you today, Dr. Massey?
I am amazing, and as some would say, on top of the world.
On top of the world. Well, I have to say, you look on top of the world.
Thank you.
You look awesome. So tell me, I see you wrote a book. It says I Come in the Volumes of the book. Tell me a little about this book, because I'm fascinated.
Well, the title came, it's a biblical title. As you know, there's parts of the Bible that speaks about coming in the volumes, but for me, how I see it is that we have so many volumes as humans.
True.
And I believe that a lot of our voices have been muted, and I believe as you write, you can unmute that voice.
That's right. That's true.
So.
That's true. So what? Let me ask you something. What would you say is the most interesting part of the book? You know, about writing this book. What would it do for me if I were to just open it up and decided what would it do for me? What would that book do for me?
I believe the intention of the book is to bring women to a place where the book is written with women in mind, but all humanity can benefit from reading the book. But there's a chapter in the book called the I Am Code. And that is actually my favorite part, because we should all have an I am code.
Yes.
And that was dropped, I believe it was like a divine download. Like, you know what, the I am everything. You know what, the I am code. We should have a code.
We should have a code.
So the I am code will transform your life, because what it does is declarations, and it's telling you all of who you already were before you come in the volumes of the book.
Interesting.
Because your story was already written.
Yes.
Before you got here, your
That's
story
right.
was written, and it was a story of success and prosperity.
Yes.
And it was a story of the I am code. So that's my favorite part of the book.
You're so beautiful. I'm looking at her and I'm thinking, okay, I'm doing this interview and my mind is not on the book, because I'm looking at her and I'm saying she's gorgeous.
And I hate cameras.
I do. So when did this book get published?
Well, it's going to be published, it's actually published on Amazon.
Okay.
And it's going to be available this month for purchase, because we had to do some, touch up. We had to go back in.
Tweaks?
And because some tweaks, because we love excellence.
Yes, of course.
Everything rises and falls on relationship,
Of
but
course.
anything that I'm doing, it's rising and falling on excellence.
Yes.
So it's gonna be published on Amazon, Kindle, and there gonna be hard copies available too.
Okay.
Digital hard copy, and there's actually a journal that comes with it.
With the book.
So
Okay.
when you're done with the book, your life is gonna be transformed, because I'm gonna
gosh,
teach you
I
how
can't
to
wait.
write your own story, your own
Yes.
volume. Not what society told you, not what your mom, not even what the teachers told you that you are. It's who God says that you are. You cannot put identity on something that came from divinity. Only divinity can identify you. Humanity
Are you guys
can't.
listening? Are you guys listening? I hope you're listening, because this is Melanin Power Unleashed right here. Okay? So tell me, how long did it take you to write this book?
Wow. I started actually 5 years ago. It was
Really?
a long.
A
Books
journey.
don't really take 5 years. I have 2 other books that's unpublished that I wrote, but somehow I kind of fast forwarded and came to this one. I believe that this was supposed to be the first book.
Okay.
So sometimes you struggle because you don't listen to your, that inner voice
Yes.
saying, that's not really that's not how it goes. That's
Yes.
not the order that you should write in. So this is what's going to be published first, and the other ones, it'll just come and just, continue the story of who we are.
So in other words, this is your favorite.
It is my favorite book. I hate to have a favorite, but everyone has a favorite.
So tell me, what is your schedule when you're not writing? What are you doing? What's next for Dr. Megan Massey?
I read a lot.
You read a lot.
I love to read. I love to write. This is why the book I always wrote, so I can go back in notebooks and find books that I've written, things that I've said, quotes that I've used, and find things that that's relevant to now, that people are talking about now. So, but when I'm not writing or reading, I like to shop, which is I'm pretty sure every woman, but I like to do a lot of self-development things.
Okay.
I always try to look for something that can develop me a little more, make me, more of a thinker, develop me into a better human being. Okay.
Okay. So that leads into our next segue, because as you can see, I am Stephanie from Melanin Power, and my book is my magazine, which is going to be published soon. It's all about Melanin Power. So the reason that it leads us to our next segue, that Dr. Megan Massey is not only an author, but she is really a designer. So my next cover of my magazine, as you can see, the designer, I'm wearing her dress, okay? This is her dress. This is her designer, okay? So tell me a little bit about designing. Where did that come from?
Wow, I think it's, a lot of times we have hidden talents. The designer part of me is so natural. It's not, it's the left brain, right brain syndrome, like my family sound confused, because there is an analytical side that I've always built on, but there's a creative side that is just unleashed, and it's just almost like it's unstoppable. I don't care what I touch, everything you see around me, had something
created.
I've created something out of whatever it was, and sometimes it just comes from that, that it could be your upbringing. You always knew how to make something out of what you think wasn't there, and I believe that we came already packaged with what we need. So a lot of times we look outside for what's really inside. So I think that's where my creative powers come from. I just create. I know what I want. I don't sew, but I design.
You design, yeah.
And I have someone that sews for me. And I can mention her name.
Like most designers.
Yeah. I only design.
Yeah.
Okay. I can hand stitch.
Yeah.
Which is what I did with your neck piece.
Listen, this dress
The
right
jewels.
here, I did a photo shoot in this dress, and let me tell you, the photographer wanted this dress, okay? And I was like, are you kidding me? No. All right. And to this day, there's another one like this. They don't want me to publish it, but it'll be in my magazine, watch, because there's another dress that she also designed that the photographer just didn't give me the rights to publish it yet, but it's coming, trust me. So as we close out again, I'm Stephanie at Melanin Power, and Dr. Megan Massey. Thank you for joining us, and you have a great and super melanin power.